What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. For today's video, I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. They finally agreed on a 4-year, $160 million extension. Let's get into it. So obviously, from the past couple years, maybe even 3 years, the Cowboys and Dak Prescott have been always trying to find this deal of agreement of long-term, short-term, whatever. But they just haven't been able to find that clear spot to sit down and make a deal. So finally, a few years in the making, they finally get a deal done. I feel like this has been going on forever. They finally get it. He finally gets the money that he deserves, and he's good to go. Now, Dak Prescott got hurt last year against the Giants, and people thought that's got to hurt his contract because they're not going to think he can play well again because it was a significant injury, blah, blah, blah. But we think, obviously they think that he's at a good level. He's at the level where he left off, so that's why they gave him that extension that he does deserve. He's a great quarterback. Even though the team wasn't winning, he was putting up huge numbers. So this is going to be a make it or break it year because now you got to win a Super Bowl. I mean, you have Dak Prescott getting paid the most, Ezekiel Elliott getting paid the most, Cooper getting paid a lot. So they have a lot of guys that are making a lot of money. So if they don't make a deep run in the playoffs, it's going to be a lose for them because they can't afford to not make the playoffs this year. So had their look on their team now, they had Dak Prescott back. Andy Dalton, he wasn't really doing anything for the Cowboys. The other backups that they didn't really do anything well and productive. But the main weakness on the Cowboys is the defense. That defense is terrible. It's one of the worst in the NFL. Gave up the most yards every game, gave up the most touchdowns every game. They just always got hit and hit and hit. So I think in the draft this year, they need to focus on their defense. They need to draft every round, draft a defensive player, let that young player develop. You don't have to pay them a lot because if you go get a free agent, you have to pay them more than you would have to pay a rookie. So at the end of the day, it's better to draft talent than to get talent in free agency if you want to save money. And when it comes to that, there's a lot of good defensive players out there. You got the linebacker from Penn State, from Georgia. You got some DBs from, TCU, Texas. You got some good players in there that can help your team. It's just, who do you want to draft and what position do you need the most? And obviously they don't need anything on offense. Maybe an offensive line or two, but that's about it. I would focus on the defense if I were the Cowboys. So, does this deal improve them in the NFC East? I think it does. Obviously, me personally, I still think the Washington Redskins are the best team in the NFC East because they're obviously going to get a good quarterback. I think they're going to end up getting Sam Darnold if the Jets part ways with him. So they're going to have a good roster on that Washington team. Now when it comes to the Eagles, I don't think they're anywhere good. Maybe the Giants might be better. So the Cowboys are going to have a tough run because the Giants and the Washington football team have great defenses, and the Cowboys do not. So that's obviously their main weakness. They get that fixed, they'll have that all evened out on the playing field, and we'll see how those teams battle it out throughout the next year and what team ends up making the playoffs. So obviously I'm happy for Dak. He deserves it. Great man off the field as well as on the field. He deserves all that money just like anyone else would. That has a story like him. So I'm glad he got it. There's going to be a few guys next that get paid. I just hope he performs at the level that he needs because when Jared Goff and Carson Wentz got paid, they did not exceed expectations. So I hope Dak Prescott does, and it makes him look good. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Just wanted to talk about that. If you're a Cowboys fan, let me know. I know y'all are excited that this deal finally got done. Be sure to comment below. Tell me how you think, what you think of it. And if you're an NFL fan in general, let me know in the comments as well. Do you think Dak Prescott made the right decision staying in Dallas? And be sure to like this video and subscribe. Peace.